Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into this collective message. By the way, I did just put out the today's topic video, and that is going to be for November the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I know I was gone yesterday, so I missed out on a few things. So anyway, now we're a little bit more caught up. So we've got an 8 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles that's in the reverse. For this collective message, it's not zodiac specific, but we'll call out zodiacs as we see them emerging. This looks like somebody is really stuck and has been for a while. Whomever is in the bunny suit, I don't know if somebody has a bunny or if they went as a bunny for Halloween or something, but they are stuck. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that is trapped, and they have been for a while. It's like they're trapped in a moment frozen in time that they can't seem to let go of. It was something that they either thought they were going to have good luck and they still cling to that. But I thought it worked so well. I thought I finally got this streak of good luck that I still am holding on to that, saying, but that was supposed to happen. That moment of time was supposed to be mine. And then we have this 4 of Pentacles that's in the reverse. And this would be somebody who is like, let go. We could have an earth sign who is let go of something. Let me just take a look. What is this about? Okay. We've got a 3 of Wands. We have a Page of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Pentacles. So the moment in time that somebody is stuck in was like a plan that they had for their future. And it seemed like it was something that they had kind of counted on. It was something that they were like, I know this is going to work out. I know this is going to come to pass. It was kind of hinted to me. And so I took that and I ran with it. And I was so sure that that was going to be how it would work. And then it looks like, I don't know, have things changed? Tell me about the 4 of Pentacles being in the reverse. We have the Chariot in the reverse, and we have the 9 of Swords sideways. Okay, I don't know if we have somebody who was either misunderstood, and it's like they're like, oh crap, they think that that's what's going to happen. But I've since changed my mind. I don't know how to tell them that. But maybe they also took what I said and they ran with it. And they were like, I am so sure that this is going to be how this goes. This is going to be mine. This is, even though this earth energy person had only barely like hinted at something, the air energy person like ran with it. And they were like, oh my gosh, they hinted about that. And so now I know that that's going to be how it goes. And I'm waiting for that. Like, when are they going to do the thing that they said I was going to get? Because it's going to be wonderful. I put all my eggs in this basket. I am expecting this to be the way this goes. This is supposed to be mine. But we have this person on this side of things who's like, I don't know how to tell them that's not going to be the way that goes. I don't know how to tell them that's not going to be the way that goes. 10 of Wands. The person in the 4 of Pentacles, the one who's let go of this, they're just deciding, I'm not moving toward the air sign person. I've been stressed about this, but I'm kind of saying, look, I never made that promise. They just intimated, or they made that jump and said that's what I was going to do. And I'm not going to stress out anymore and be like, oh gosh, their feelings are going to be so hurt and it's all my fault. I'm kind of disengaging myself and my stress around this and saying, I didn't promise that. They thought that's what the promise was. Let me just ask, what is it that our first character believed was going to be theirs? What was the promise that they thought? You have the Hermit. It's a Virgo. Ace of Swords. Hang on, I don't have the full picture yet. We need a few more cards here. 3 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Temperance upright. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Temperance upright. This is like, I know, because once again, we have that future energy. What I'm so sure of is that somewhere down the road, somewhere up ahead, either they're going to break their silence, we're going to talk again, everything's going to be fine, it will be so balanced. They're going to reach out to me. I just know it. They're going to break their silence. This Virgo is going to talk to me. Okay, so is that what this boils down to? We may have had an air sign person. They have shown up as a feminine so far. So we could have a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius feminine who has said at some point this possibly Virgo masculine is going to reach out to me. It's in silent mode right now. They're on the dark night of the soul, but they're going to reach out to me, and then we're going to have balance, and we're going to talk, and it's going to be a conversation that'll be really good, and it'll all make sense. And they're going to tell me everything that they need to. They're going to break their silence. They're going to tell me their whole story, or they're going to be back in my life. It could be that. And yet what we actually have over here is on this earth signs side, they're like, I have let go. I'm not going to stay stressed out over this. And now we got to see it from their side, because I don't know that they made any promises at all. I almost wonder if their experience has been totally different. Let me just ask, what is it that had stressed you out so much, earth person? The Tower and the Hierophant sideways. It's like, I feel like this whole thing was like, it collapsed. It was doomed from the start. It felt so painful. I was so confused over everything. Okay, so their experience with this storyline was massive, number one. They have, two major arcana for how this whole thing played out to their mentality. And again, I don't read for genders, so bear in mind, this could be same-sex individuals. This could be reverse gender roles. We've had somebody who's come out as masculine and feminine. Over here right now, we have masculine on the earth sign that we're talking about, kind of exclusively masculine appearing off of the cards on this side. But so we'll say him for the time being anyway. Maybe I should just say earth person and air person. Let's leave it at that. So the earth person is like, this was enormous for me. It was, everything collapsed. I felt like I didn't know anymore what was up and down. I didn't know what was true, what was false. Everything was just such a mess. It really hurt me, and it really was a mess. King of Pentacles. So I had to pack up what I could salvage and move on. I waited for a really long time. Okay, so this stressed you out. What were you waiting for? The reason I say he was waiting is because our earth person has all those brambles like growing up around them. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, but the World card upright. So this is crazy, because we have two people, both of whom thought the other one was going to come back to them. But our earth person might have been saying, I was waiting for them to leave their previous relationship and come toward me. I was waiting for them to offer me something stable. I was waiting for them to, this is like break away from the family or a family situation in order to have a new beginning with me. And that timed out. They never did that. So I've had to let go of the belief that this was ever going to happen. I've had to say, this isn't something that they were ever going to do. They were never going to come back to me and offer me a marriage, because they were staying right where they were. Hang on. If that's what the earth person believes, and they're finally getting over this feels like, some dashed dreams. This feels like, oh, he or she is never coming back to me. But the air sign, he or she person over here, has had this belief that at some point in time, we had this future together. They were always going to come back to me. They were going to break their silence and come back to me. They think that you're with somebody else, and that you're the one who's married to somebody or has some other relationship that you're not leaving and coming back to. So the earth person thinks that the air person is supposed to come back to them. They both think this of each other, but they're on completely different pages for what they think is going on. Our earth person, will say King of Pentacles, who's now shown up as a female Capricorn as well as a Taurus, as well as an Aries, if we want to look at those other, and Cancerian. But they think that you're married to somebody, air person. Air person, why do you think that the earth person would be coming back to you? Eight of Pentacles, because I'm sure that they want to work things out with me, but they think that you're married to somebody and you haven't left some other connection. What do you have to say in response to that? Emperor, busting free, almost like, well, if they come back to me, then I'll leave, or if they come back to me, then I'll be with them. Is that, hang on, I don't understand. High Priestess sideways. I actually think, wait a second. So you're staying in a relationship, feeling their energy, but are you with somebody else? Yeah. They're married is what it says. And they have this clarity. I said, are you married to somebody else? And they get that Hierophant card. I'm married, yeah. But I want them, the Lover's card. But I'm very clear that I love them, but I'm married to somebody else. So you're sitting here, this air sign person is sitting here saying, someday the earth person is going to come back to me while I sit here married. But when they come back to me and tell me that they want me, then what is it that your plan is? My plan is then I'll be happy. I can have a mistress or a mister on the side. Okay. So your plan is to stay married, but you want the earth person to come back to you, and you're stuck in this thought process. We've got the Two of Pentacles. This person, oh my gosh, this is a crazy story. Okay. This is somebody who actually thinks they will sit here and they will always tell everybody that they just don't know, what their choice should be. But they are still married, and they have this happy fantasy that this earth person is one day coming back to them. Maybe that happened before. Maybe they had a couple cycles where it was like a breakup, like, what the heck are you doing? You say you want to be with me, but you're still in another connection. And it's like, well, yes, but I have to decide how I'm going to handle things. And then that makes the earth person walk away. And then the earth person has come back before and been like, so what is going on? And they're like, well, I have to decide on things. And the earth person leaves again, but this time the earth person's never coming back. The earth person's done with them. And they still sit in this spot. There's a lot of stuck energy, because really what I think the air sign person really wants is to always believe that the earth sign person is madly in love with them, and that they sit in a place of not being able to make a decision. Like, for some reason they just can't make a decision, but really I think that they enjoy sitting there feeling like, I have two options. I feel like I've got money in the bank. It makes me very rich to feel like I could go either place. And they keep sitting here saying, I just know one of these days, pretty soon, that earth person's going to come back in. I know they're in silence mode with me right now, but they're going to tell me that they still want me. And then I can go right back to sitting there and saying, gosh, I just don't know what I want to do. They live in this perpetual, like, it's so bizarre. They live in a happy place in their fantasy land of, I have this relationship, but somebody else also wants me. And that somebody else who's been fed up with me, who walked away from me, is going to come back again. And then I'll continuously sit and say, I don't know what I should do. So what do you want with the earth person? Six of Cups sideways. I want them to keep coming back to me a whole bunch, because they're my soulmate, and I love to know that somebody always wants me. Are you at all figuring out that this earth person is not coming back to you, is not trying to get back to you? We have the Death card upright. That Death card upright is, okay, so things have changed, right? Things are over. Things have ended. Things have wrapped up. The Death card upright is something has shifted and changed, and I think they're starting to feel it, maybe only recently, but it does look like they're starting to they can tell something feels different. What is it that feels different to you in regards to this fantasy that you've had? We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Page of Cups. Okay, they might actually be saying, I am sensing that I actually need to say sorry to that earth person. I'm going to need to reach out to them. It's slowly but surely becoming more clear that maybe they're not coming back this time. It's been a long time. I was expecting them at a certain point in time, and that time has come and gone. Maybe I need to reach out and say sorry. Something has changed. You're going to reach out and say sorry, but I thought I'm going to zip it for a second. We got the Moon. They don't know anymore. They know that something is different. They're not sure what it is. What's your motive on saying sorry, though? All of a sudden, they're stepping into this King of Wands. I'm sorry I should have said that I loved you. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you I wanted you. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. I'm sorry that I acted like I didn't know how I felt about you. But are you only doing this because you're realizing they're not coming back? Because over the course of this storyline, that's what it seems like we've gotten to. You know, they waited and they thought for sure you're going to come back. Oof. 7 of Wands. See, I don't know if this is a ploy on this person's part. They have seemed so incredibly like selfish. Like, it makes me so happy to think that that person will always want me. They'll always want me. And I just know I'll hear from them again soon, because that's what our repeat thing is that I know that they love me, they want me. And then I can keep sitting there in my other connection. I'm married, but I want them to be my lover, and I want to know that they always want me. And now finally, as this earth person does not come back to them, they're finally saying, oh gosh, I'm realizing I need to say sorry to them. So then maybe I can get over this hurdle. I need to tell them I want them. But is the hurdle just like so we can get that cycle going again? Or is it that, like, are you leaving the relationship that you're currently in? We have the Empress still upright. That says that they're still married. I'm sorry. This is a terrible story. I'm going to put a trigger warning on this. It says what they want to do is, because our earth person hasn't reached out to them in all this time, and they're starting to realize I'm never going to hear from the earth person again. I've been waiting, because they always come back and tell me that they still want me. But this time I'm feeling something's different. I need to approach them and say, listen, you're the person that I want to be a king and a queen of wands with. I'm sorry I didn't tell you how much I loved you. I want to get this unblocked so that I can still stay married again and say, no, I just need more time. Again, more time. Oh, they just want to start another cycle. I'm so sorry, but that is all I see here is another cycle. What's just the message only for the earth person? Let's just take a look. Temperance. If the earth person's already got peace and balance by walking away, then there is no reason to go back. Especially no reason to go back to something that was super toxic. We got the devil. I definitely feel like this is a very straightforward, we got the lovers in the reverse. We got the fool upright. I think our earth person has finally gotten them out of their system. I think our earth person is done with the air person who plays this constant cycle. Even though, word to the wise on this, it says that our earth person's going to hear from that air sign again, who's going to want to get them hooked all over again and be like, oh, I so love you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. So anyway, I'm still married and I'm going to stay that way. But, I want you. They want a mistress or mister in this story is what it looks like. And I think it doesn't work on our earth energy person anymore. I think they're peaceful now that they're saying that person has a real messed up view of this game that they like to play. And honestly, I don't want a lover like that. And honestly, I'm ready for a totally different lover, new everything. I think our earth person is truly done with somebody who does this circular, cyclical, I need you to want me. You're a soulmate and I want you to want me. I think that's what it boils down to. Look, I don't know why that air person operates that way, but I'm so pleased to see that our earth person's cutting themselves free of it. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.